Hi, today we discuss with acidic and basic strengths of the organic compounds. So, first, in order to find out the acidic and basic strength, we should know some of the points or some of the tricks. It is very useful in finding the or determine the acidic and basic strength of organic compounds. So, this may help you in the JEE like any competitive exams. It is worth video. I hope this one. So first, in order to determine acidic and basic strength, we have to follow some rules. I mean, some of the tricks will be there. So we should see one by one. So first, we should know the how to. It is determined by the combined effect of inductive effect and resonance effect. Inductive effect and resonance effect. I tell you later what is inductive and what is resonance effect. So this inductive effect and resonance effect is directly proportional to basic strength. It is directly proportional to basic strength, and similarly plus I effect and plus R effect is inversely proportional to the acidic strength. It is inversely proportional to acidic strength. So when one more order, minus I and minus R effect is directly proportional to the acidic strength. And similarly minus I and minus R is inversely proportional to basic strength. So in order to find out any acidic and basic strength, you should know these all the four rules, then only we can determine very easily. So first, this is our step. Then what is our next step is how to identify the plus I effect and plus R or minus I or minus R effect. First you should see the identification of the groups, that too by the plus I inductive effect. So then what it is, when the electron donating groups like CS3, C2H5, tertiary carbon, so these are when attached to the carbon atom, which shows the plus I effect. So then what are the examples? The examples are methyl, ethyl, CS3, CS2, and tertiary carbon, etc. These are the examples of the plus I effect. So once again, plus I effect is nothing but whenever the electron donating groups when it is attached to the carbon atom, then only it shows the plus I effect. Then second one is minus I effect. So similarly here, this is the plus I effect is concept of donating groups, and minus I effect is the vice versa, electron withdrawing groups. Whenever the electron withdrawing groups which are attached to the carbon atoms, then only it shows the minus I effect. Then what are the other than alkyl groups like electronegative elements like nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur? These are the electronegative atoms which are attached to the carbon atoms, also shows the minus I effect, and halogens also included, halogens. Then you see the example, halogens, you know, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, hydroxyl group, I mean O. This is also our electronegative element. OH, methoxy group, nitro group, aldehyde group, and ketone group, etc. So these all shows the minus I effect. Next you see the third one, R effect. R effect means resonance effect. So these effect shown by the groups on a benzene ring, where the element present next to benzene ring having at least one lone pair of electrons. At least one lone pair of electrons. So example, fluorine, chlorine, bromine. So this shows the lone pair of electrons on the atoms. Chlorine, bromine, iodine, hydroxyl group, etc. So these shows the plus R effect. Let's move on the fourth one, that is minus R effect. So this is also same definition like these groups shown by these groups on benzene ring, where element next to benzene have no lone pair of electrons. Here there is no lone pair of electrons. Here there is no lone pair of electrons. Instead of that lone pair of electrons, it must have the multiple bonds. Multiple bonds. So we see the example, then only we come to know multiple bonds. Example, I show the nitrobenzene group. I write it this nitrobenzene as like this, N double bond O, this is O, this is nitro group, nitrobenzene. So you should see that this is not a bond, this is called coordinate bond. So how it forms coordinate bond is nothing but, I show here, this is ammonia group. So ammonia group, it is having one lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom. So when it is utilization of this lone pair of electrons to make with the new formation of bond with the hydrogen, then this bond is called as, this is called coordinate bond. This bond is called coordinate bond. So like this here also coordinate bond, but you see this here there is no lone pair of electrons. Instead of lone pair of electrons, here it is going to use with the help of the multiple bonds between the heteroatoms. Here heteroatom, this is heteroatom. So what happens when you see the mechanism? See here, nitrogen and oxygen atom is there. Due to the electronegativity parameter, nitrogen is having less electronegativity than oxygen, hence oxygen abstract the bond pair of electrons towards the oxygen bond pair. Okay, then this bond then it becomes deficient, then this bond get migrates towards here. So I see, you see the mechanism here. Further here it forms double bond, and here NO minus, and this will be as it is. So here this bond same, and when this bond gets migrates and this carbon is forming a deficient. So due to this deficient and this bond gets migrates here right side, then again it forms here, you get the para position. At the para position you got the positive charge, and this is similarly as it is. So like this we can give the examples for the minus R effect. This is called minus R effect. Once again, there is no lone pair of electrons. Instead of lone pair of electrons, we are using the multiple bonds between the heteroatoms. This shows the minus R effect. We see the examples similarly like this: aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acids and nitrile groups, etc. After knowing all these parameters, that is plus I effect, minus I effect, plus R and minus R effect, now we shall move to the towards the acidic strength of the phenols. So by knowing all these parameters, then we can judge with the phenols how is its acidic strength will be depends. So first, before going to find out the acidic strength of phenols, just I am going to compare with the alcohols. So you know the alcohols, I am going to write like this: this is alcoholic group and this is alkyl group, or maybe CH3 group, CH3, CH2 group, ethyl, methyl group, they will be there. So when this compound gets dissociate into, it becomes alkoxide ion. It becomes alkoxide ion. Once again, the here bond electronegativity difference between oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen abstracts the bond pair of electron towards the oxygen. It forms alkoxide ion, and it is hydrogen ion will be formed. So this is there is no stabilization by the resonance. This is having the less effect, less acidic strength of the phenol. So we should take the phenols. What happens to the phenol and the acidic strength parameter we see. So this is phenol group. So once again, here the electronegativity difference between oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is having more electronegativity. It abstracts the bond pair of electrons towards the oxygen when it gets dissociated. So what happens here? You should see, then there is a negative charge will be developed on the oxygen atoms. So this bond will be as it is, will be there. So this minus negative charge which get implemented into the benzene ring. So this moves like this. So this is, you are going to see the mechanism. So what happens after this minus gets involved in the benzene ring, it forms like this, and here minus charge gets developed here at the ortho position. So this is called phenoxide ion. So compared to the alkoxide ion and phenoxide ion is more stability than the alkoxide ion. Example, out of ethanol and phenol, phenol is more acidic than the alcohol. So we can conclude like this. So phenol is more acidic than alcohol. So after concluding the acidic strength of phenol, so we will see the next video in that factors affecting the acidic strength of the phenols.